all of my time and effort that I put into trying to figure out how to get an electric deck spindle to work when they make them. So this came from a Ryobi push mower. I machined that end, adapter for that end that's bolted in there, and then put the external fan on there because these ran really hot. They're super underpowered. So like I said, that came from a push mower, and then made a blade adapter for there, machined the end down in there for a socket head cap bolt, and then just this down shaft, and then I just bolted the blade right to this. This was on that first version with the Hustler, the yellow one, with a 54-inch deck. And then I put these on that Hustler with an adapter like this. I'll go get it and I'll show you. So this is that spindle, that shaft from the one motor that broke. So I machined this end just like this one, basically keyway, and then threaded the inside so I could slip it in. And this was a shaft from the original deck spindles on that Hustler. So I machined that end keyway, so a slip fit, and then a bolt went in there, and then bolted it onto this motor. So then I ran those for a while, decided I was going to switch up the body, and then went and I got the John Deere. So I bought 3 new John Deere spindles, totally machined this end off so I could put in a big bearing there and down here on this end. Same thing with the shaft, looks just like this. I machined these the same way. And then, like I said, this one broke. So then I had another old drive motor sitting around. I took the gear reduction off the one side, completely disassembled the motor, and then this is actually a machined shaft from this motor that goes all the way through, and then keyway, press fit on there, and then just machine that for the blade. This one ran a little hot. These are underpowered. These are really underpowered. So just put these on and we will see how it goes. Those are a Greenworks 60 volt motor. I think there's something wrong with the inventory system to where, since there's no demand for them, they drop the price way down. So I'm hoping that plays in my favor. So I got these motors for a smoking good deal, except the bolt that holds the blade in, they wanted like $21 a piece for them. It's just an M16 bolt. This is Volkswagen Tiguan axle bolt. It's 16 millimeter by 1.5, and I mean it came about yay long. I cut it off, and then I have to relieve the shoulder in there because it's radiused. I just have to put it in the lathe and use a parting tool and make that a 90 right there, and bolts right up. And these cost $6 a piece versus 20 something. I guess I lied. This spacer is printed out of ABS glass fiber. I'm gonna give it a shot, see what happens. The actual ones aren't gonna be here for like 2 weeks, so. Well, here's to hoping this leads to something useful. This is the first mow with the Greenworks deck motors. Grass is a little bit longer because we had the 1,000-year flood yesterday, so. First try, we'll see how it goes. Ooh, them babies got power! Was one of them not spinning? I can't tell. It's annoying. Just seems like it's one of the blades isn't turning. It's weird. danger. One of those 3D printed adapters didn't sync up very well. Why am I always out here doing mower stuff on cornfly day? My God. This is insane. Well, that's what I get for giving it 2 ugga-duggas and not checking it by hand. One of them was real loose and spun off. There was another, the middle one was also pretty loose. Anyway, let's give it a shot again. Helps if I turn it on. Pause for dramatic effect. Or not. I didn't plug the damn thing back in. Don't ever put your hand under there when it's unplugged. Better to be an idiot and not plug it back in than to, have an incident. Anyway, that's all I'm doing right now. Because it just drained a ton. It still looks like this one is not cut. Huh. Weird. Well, in a shock to nobody, there was an issue with that spacer. It came loose, which is why I wasn't cutting the first time. The motor was just spinning inside the blade bore there, which was fine. I tightened it up, but then once I tightened it up, it wouldn't move, and that's why the second time it didn't do anything. So I got to get that out of there, which is proving more difficult. I got shit to do, so I can't do it right now. But I got to print another one of those, just a little bit smaller, and then give her another shot. But those two work great, so full speed ahead.